Kisses
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I have my mom in my studio.
Kisses for Grandma.
And Bullet is very, very excited to see her. So, we are reacting to and breaking down. I am showing my mom today. We're watching the movie, actually, on
Hi,
Patreon.
everyone.
We're watching the movie. Very excited. Okay, Bullet, you gotta relax, buddy. You gotta relax.
Okay.
You gotta relax. We're watching Encanto on Patreon, which I am very excited about. But for a little context, similar to how I had a little bit of context prior to watching the movie, I wanted to show her this track. I already showed her. We don't talk about Bruno, but this is the Family Madrigal. So
What's it called?
the
Familia Madrigal.
Yeah. So this is kind of giving a little bit of context of to who the family is. So that we can kind of have an idea before we watch it
All right.
on Patreon. So there's links down below if you want to check out the Patreon. And you can see me and my mom checking out the track. And maybe Bullet will even join us in that as well. So let's get right into this.
Morning, Abuelo.
Oh, this is it.
My cousin's ceremony is tonight.
What's his gift?
This storytelling
We're gonna
is
find
so good.
What's your gift?
Who's asking?
Us?
Well, us. I can't just talk about
Look at the detail of, like, I love the facial expressions in
Yes.
this. It's so well done.
I was actually going to mention that in the last one we did. They have gotten so
crazy.
good at physiological reactions, like, you know, the human physiological reactions, the squinting of the eye, the little quirks on the side, all that stuff, the body language, you know. So, and even like here, you got that Latin chutzpah kind of, you got, it's a Jewish word, but you know what I'm saying? It's that
Culture. It's the cultural communicate, the way that...
yeah, but it's a little like spicy.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
You know, she's like, well, who's asking?
Yes, absolutely.
And it's like that little playful banter kind of
Yeah,
thing.
well, how each culture has their own banter, and you know, you could see the Spanish
Definitely.
banter in here. I think it's really cool how when you see certain actors and actresses, you can kind of see their facial expressions inside of these videos, and it's remarkable how they've like learned how to trace those.
Their personality. Well, don't they have those
The little
digital
yeah, I think so.
things
I
that
think so.
all the nerves picks up on the movement and stuff like that? I think that helps a lot.
Agreed.
And you see, like you said, it's like their character coming, their personality coming through.
Exactly.
Like some of them, their eye twitches when they make certain moves, or some people
vein,
have like
yeah.
the vein that pop out. Like you see that,
Yeah.
all those details. It makes it so much more. After a while, I start watching these. I forget that they're animated. I'm like,
100%.
oh my gosh.
Exactly. I'm excited for this. I forgot how this is actually one of my favorites. People were like, "Oh, you got to check out the others." But what's your favorite? I think this one's one of my favorites.
This song?
Yeah, it's really cool, the storytelling and how they did it.
I actually heard a couple of them, like I said before, but I think this is the one that has that more. It's true rhythm. That party, you know, we're going to grandma's house and we're gonna have a party. Oh
Exactly.
yeah, everybody's coming, you know.
Exactly.
So,
100%.
That anticipation vibe.
Exactly.
We're gonna find out.
What's your gift?
And even this is
Who's
building up
asking?
to it.
Yeah.
Well, us. I can't just talk about myself. I'm only part of the amazing.
There's the
Madrigal.
tree
Who's
reference.
on the amazing Madrigal?
Ah, you're not gonna leave me alone, are you? Casita, help me out. Drawers, floors.
Right? It's such a vibe.
Let's go! This is our home, we've got every generation. So full of music, a rhythm of its own design. This is my family, a perfect constellation. So many stars and everybody gets to
See how they do it?
shine.
Really doing some serious character development here?
Yes.
He's showing you all the different family members, and she's going to start talking about all the gifts.
Yeah.
It's really cool, because obviously now at this point we learned that they all have special gifts. And
Right.
So it's really cool how they do that.
I have to say, you know how we were talking about the whole, like, the body movement, the facial expressions, even their dancing, I mean, the hips,
Yeah.
the shoulders, you know, it just, everything looks so real. Like right there, that frame, frozen frame.
Yeah.
She looks real.
Like a real person.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah,
They're
it's wild.
amazing what they do.
It's so wild.
Let's be clear up while I run this show. Whoa! She let us hear so many years ago.
Pause it, pause it.
And every year our family
What's up?
Yeah. So, again, really authentically showing like the cultural roots, right? let's be clear, abuela runs this show.
Mm-hmm.
It's even though people say, you know, Latin culture is a patriarchal society, like most societies, there is a deep rooted like respect from the matriarchs, like the grandma. She's like, let's be clear, grandma runs this show, you know. And even if they don't have a hard line or a tough personality, the grandma, there's many, and I've seen a lot. This be true for many different cultures. There's such a rich respect, honor, admiration for the elders of the culture, elders of the family. You know, like, well, let's go ask grandma. Grandma will know. Well, maybe we should, well, what does grandma say? You know, even after they pass along sometimes, you know, they pass on. It's like, what would grandma say? Oh, you know, grandma wouldn't, you know, this really deep-rooted respect, you know, for the wisdom that is earned throughout the years. You know, you can't learn certain things in books. It's like experiential wisdom is just profound. So that one piece I always thought was like, that's true, genuine culture right there, you know, being authentic to the culture.
I saw one of the videos, like the behind the scenes videos of them making this, they actually went to Colombia and looked at the locations and stuff. So, like, all these like nice. Cultural experiences, and
very
I'm
nice.
Sure like many movies and TV shows, they had like cultural people, like cultural referential people, because like if you're not Colombian, you know, you wouldn't know Colombian culture, so you bring in people that know the culture to say, hey, is this accurate? Hey, how would they respond in this? How would you do this? How would you do that kind of thing?
Yeah, you saw the little fuzz.
Yeah, I thought it was a. If you watch the channel often, you'll notice that occasionally there'll be like a fly in, like a fruit fly in here.
Little fuzz flying around.
There's plenty of videos actually where I'll be like poof, and I'll be like, I got the fly. So you can see that in a couple.
That's a good point though, where you said, you know, they have cultural, I guess, what do they call people that
Yeah, there's a term for it, like a
consultants.
Yes, exactly.
Like a cultural consultant, because they could just take this Latino, that Latino, this Latino, you know, Latino in
but one
general.
Could be from the Dominican culture.
But they're so different within
really
themselves. You
Even
know, it's
the
like
way they
American
speak.
culture. We're, you know, Westerners.
Yes.
We're American. But you go to Texas, right? What is it? What's the family in Texas? I want to shout out to
there's a couple of families out there, but the Campos family.
The Campos family.
Army mom.
Yeah. Shout
Danielle
out to the
Marie.
Texans and the Team Tudo.
Yeah.
But you know, the
Very
Texan culture is different than Long Island culture, to Louisiana culture, to California culture, to
and that's all within one country.
Exactly.
So now you take it even farther to, you know, Colombia, to El Salvador, to, you know,
to Puerto
Brazil,
Rico,
which is
Dominican,
kind of Latin, but also I said Brazil, but
yeah,
kind of Latin, kind of Portuguese.
Portuguese, Latin, they're still Latin.
Mexican, very different
very
cultures,
different.
Right?
Like you take, like, people would be like, and this is a great, you know, cultural competency or cultural education kind of a thing. You know, when I met a bunch of my friends, or when I was in late teens, early 20s, and it was like the only Latin cultures they knew were Mexican or Puerto Rican. So they would ask me, so you're Spanish, where are you? What are you? Puerto Rican? No. Oh, you're Mexican. No. You know, there's such a, now the world's become such a small world that there's, especially with the internet, you have the opportunity to learn so many different rich cultures, you know, even like overseas and stuff, you know. So
that's the best part about having a YouTube channel. You know how many, only 23 or 24% of my viewership is based in the US. So like all these cultures that I'm able to see.
Yeah, I would love to.
It's amazing.
Get to learn more. I love learning about cultures.
100%. Also, even like the little culture thing of the tiny little coffee cup.
Yes, you remember that.
Absolutely.
There's just a lot you simply got to know. So, welcome to Family Madrigal, the home of the family Madrigal. We're on our way, where all the people are fantastical and magical. I'm part of the family Madrigal.
Oh my gosh, it's them! What are they saying? I can't remember all the names.
Kids are that cute, right?
I mean, like the impossible to relax everything. What are your powers? Just tell us what everyone can do.
And that's why
coffee's for grown-ups.
I love in these classic Disney songs, they'll like have these little like comic reliefs. Like they got a song, pause it really quick, they say something funny, and then go back to the song, right?
And that's why coffee's for grown-ups.
Exactly. But in Latin culture, you do give kids a little bit of coffee. That's like a thing.
Yes.
It's milk with it's like 90% milk and then 10% coffee.
Which I like in my household here in the U.S., we didn't grow up that way. You know, coffee was only for adults. And then when we went to El Salvador when I was in like 13 or something, and the kids were getting ready to go to school, and they were all getting their cup of coffee, and I'm like, and I looked at my mother. I was like, yeah! I looked at my mother, and she's like, all right, go ahead, try it. You know, but like you said, it's like this much coffee and like this much, which if you think about it, it's not so bad because it's like wakes them up while they go to school.
Exactly. Let's rewind it a little bit because we missed that.
Yeah, what is that?
And that's why coffee's for grown-ups.
Might be a Babylon, her mood affects the weather. When she's unhappy, well, the temperature gets weird. Might be a Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno. One day he disappeared. Oh, and that's why Mom Julieta here's her deal. Whoa, the truth is she can heal you with a meal. Whoa, recipes are remedies for.
The truth is she can heal with a meal. That is so classic Latin culture.
Yeah,
You know,
the remedies.
Exactly.
What was like when you had COVID?
When I was sick, there was so many different.
I sent you the list.
And
what was the list called? What was it? What was it called? Do you remember the document?
No, what was it called?
Nana's medicine.
Yeah, exactly. See the patriarch.
Nana's medicine
Real.
recipe.
If you're impressed, imagine how I feel, Mom. Welcome to the family, Madrigal.
That's another thing. It's like Latin cultures are very, and even not just like Spanish Latin cultures, like Latin, like the Greeks, the Italians, I don't know what else, but Spaniard or whatever. They're very touchy, you know. It's like, oh, I miss that. I like that. I enjoy that of our culture.
For
you
sure.
know, like you see the interaction with her and grandma, and it's like hugs, squeeze, you know.
Exactly.
I like that.
Absolutely. Oh, I love it.
I love
The home of the family, Madrigal. Hey, coming through. I know it sounds a bit fantastical and magical, but I'm part of the family, Madrigal. To that hella love the family, Madrigal. And now they're part of the family, Madrigal. Silvio, Felix, Mary, Peppa, and my dad married Julieta. That's how Abuela became an Abuela Madrigal. Let's go.
We swear to always help those around us.
Did you end up seeing In the Heights?
No, I still haven't
Hey, well,
seen
you can
it.
watch my reaction to it.
There you go.
People.
There you go.
Want to check that out? It's on Patreon. But I learned this. I love reading the comments on YouTube. Like my favorite thing, reading
I read the comments on YouTube and comments sometimes.
Well,
Yours.
So I love reading the general comments of general videos, but I also,
okay.
well, no, what I was really trying, I wanted to say that, but what I was really trying to say is I love reading the comments people leave on my videos, just because I learn so much.
Yeah.
There's so, like, I get to first of all interact with all of you guys, which I appreciate all the comments and stuff, and it's really fun to see the comments. So I just want to say the other thing first, but I love reading the comments on my channel. And I learned.
Well, that's
so
what
much.
I mean.
Yeah.
I like reading the comments on your channel.
Oh, thank you.
Your guys.
Yes, it's fun. You see reoccurring faces.
Yes.
Which I love.
Yeah.
I learned from the comments. Shout out to the person that said this, that the abuela, the singing abuela. So whenever abuela is singing, it's actually the same actress from the abuela in the Heights.
Oh, really?
Yes, which.
Oh, I'm curious to see
hear.
who she is now.
Yeah, we got to figure that out. But here, we can check that out.
Actually, while you're looking for it, I wanted to say something because.
It's this lady, I guess.
Okay.
Abuela Claudia is does this have an actress? I guess not. Movie.
So, oh wow, she's been in Mulan. No, that's not her.
Let's see. What were you gonna say though?
So, it's actually from one of you guys that I learned. There's a name, and now I forgot. I should have written it down. There's a name for a different kind of cumbia.
Oh, really?
Wait, he's in it?
Mark, I don't know if he doesn't.
It's music.
Music?
It's probably his music.
Maybe he is in it, actually.
Jimmy Smith's a big time actor.
Here it is. Olga Meredith.
Meredith.
Meredith is the
Meredith.
grandma.
Olga Meredith.
Yeah. Where were we?
Nice. So, yeah, one of you guys actually gave the name for it's a more of a deep rooted. What's the word I want? More. I want to say indigenous. I'm gonna get in trouble. Forgive me for my ignorance, but like more indigenous, more deep rooted cultural. Colombian style.
Oh, like
so there's cumbia, and then there's more. You
like
feel
a
it.
deeper
It's,
original culture.
yes.
Wow. Cool.
Yes, which is more of the influence of the is it Aztec
I'm
over
not
there?
sure, yeah.
You know, the more indigenous like. But do you remember a couple years ago? I was going to tell you. There's a couple years ago I sent Jake a documentary about cumbia.
Okay.
And music, Latin music around the world and their origins and everything. Do you remember one of them that said that cumbia, deep-rooted cumbia, it has some African roots to it because they brought in all the slaves and everything. So a lot of the
it's really interesting,
beats,
like the rhythms
the what do you call them? I am definitely not musical,
the percussion,
linguistic. The percussion. So a lot of that percussion has, if you really listen to it, has like real deep cumbia, has that kind of
that is super
African influence.
Yeah.
Because what they did was once the slaves were freed, even though they were free, they stayed in a very tight community, and they kept their culture very fresh, very strong, and then because they're in that country, they still integrated, and now the music started integrating, and
really
it came
cool.
that rich, beautiful sound.
That's really fascinating.
Yeah,
A little
but
bit
you know, cumbia is my
history.
Nana's favorite music.
Very cool.
Mine was merengue because it was faster.
For sure. And then as you go younger and younger, then it becomes like
bachata, which is a new one.
Reggaeton. Just faster.
Which reggaeton is more, for you guys know,
R&B
reggaeton
though,
is
right?
more,
Isn't it R&B rap kind of thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an R&B Latin rap kind of a thing, yeah.
And earn the miracle that somehow found us. The town keeps growing, the world keeps turning, but work and dedication will keep the miracle burning, and each new generation must keep the miracle burning.
Wait, who's a sister and who's a cousin? There's so many people.
How do you keep them all straight? Okay.
How relatable is that? How to send 10,000 people?
Kids in our house.
Well, especially you, because your mom's Latina, Salvadorian, your father's Italian, right? Like 4th, 5th generation Italian, but you get some families that get together, and it's like, oh, we got together with our families, like 8 of us, 10 of us, and that's aunt and uncle, you know. And with us, it's like,
well, on my dad's side, it's 22 people. On your side, I don't even I don't even know.
To get together, just family is like 35, 40.
Yeah, it's
just
crazy.
On both sides. So
on
it's,
both sides, no, it's way more than on both sides.
When we get the immediate both sides.
Oh yeah.
Immediate both sides. So that's like
yeah, it's crazy.
to start inviting friends and.
It's a big part.
That's why we have parties of
200
90 people.
parties. Yeah.
Sound up. You know why? I think it's time for a brandy roundup. Cousin Dolores.
Look at those hips.
Yeah, for real.
Camilo shakes. Antonio gets his gift today. My older sisters, Isabella and Luisa.
I like this song a lot.
Yeah.
Perfect in every way. Roll the flowers, the town goes wild. She's a perfect golden child.
That melody right there is so Lin-Manuel
The
Miranda.
Golden Child?
Yeah.
She's a perfect golden child.
That's Hamilton or in the Heights.
The beauty and the blonde do no wrong. That's life in the family, Madrigal. Now you know the family, Madrigal. Where all the people are fantastical and magical. That's who we are in the family, Madrigal.
Itself, right?
Yes.
The colors, the
Oh, yeah,
scenery,
it's
so
beautiful.
rich.
Absolutely. And now that I'm watching this again, I'm noticing she's in this kind of rushed state, which you already know that she doesn't have a gift,
Right.
and which we've already
Like she doesn't have it all, or she gets
I guess
it
we'll
later?
find out when we watch
right?
it, right? I'm not entirely sure. But you can, now that you know that, and at the end, we find that out at the end of this song. But now that you already know that, you could see this, like, hey, I want to get out of this conversation, like, kind of feel that, like, tension.
Because she's uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't be able to notice that.
Avoiding the issue.
Yeah, exactly.
But what's your gift?
Ooh.
So I gotta go the life of a Madrigal. But now you all know the family Madrigal. I never meant this to get autobiographical. Just to review the family Madrigal. It starts with Abuela and then the Papa.
Tension building.
My mom Julieta can make you feel
Speeding
better.
up.
Just one out of that. My dad Agustin, girl, he's acting from a mean well. Hey, you said you wanna know what everyone does. I got sisters and cousins and my primo Camilo won't stop until he makes you smile today. My cousin Dolores can hear this whole corner's a mile away. My sister Mariana, like you can marry my sister if you wanna. Between you and me, it's kind of a prima donna. You're way too much. And thank you, but I really gotta go.
I love the fast pace.
And I'm in my family, so
Oh, gotta go.
What are you doing?
They were just asking about the family and...
She was about to tell us about her super awesome gift!
Oh, Mirabel didn't get one.
And that's how it ends. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. We are actually going to go check out the movie right now.
Yes.
So if you want to check that out.
Yes.
But thank you so much for watching. You got a
It was
lot
nice
of
hanging out
history.
with you guys.
Yes, you got a lot of cultural history about my family and also Latin culture. So have a great rest of your day. God
wait.
bless. What's up?
For all you guys that are watching, whenever you're watching, how about you write down some of the your favorite cultural memories?
Yeah.
Whatever culture you're from. Like,
Absolutely,
You know,
yeah.
That would be awesome
Yeah,
to
leave
read.
a comment down below of your favorite, like, part of your culture that's something that you love about it.
Yeah.
So, whatever that be, whether it be
Yeah.
from the UK or the,
Celebrating
Florida
your culture,
or,
yeah.
Colombia. So.
Yeah, El Salvador, wherever.
Exactly.
India. Oh, wait,
Exactly.
you got a lot from
The Philippines, exactly.
Yeah, I'd love to learn more about your culture, so.
Absolutely. All right, have a great day. God bless and peace out.